Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm live. I'm in Anne's lovely garden again for the last time. I was going to go live from my tiny house. They set up our internet today, but I forgot my computer and left it here at Anne's. So I'm back in Anne's garden for the last time. I move into my tiny house on Wednesday. And I probably wasn't going to wear my wig, but I took my wig out there. I took my flute out there, so I don't have my flute, but I do have my candle. I do have my candle, and I want to talk to y'all about something very important. You know what? Religion and politics. It's important, so we're going to talk about it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hey, Anthony, how are you? How's it going? Thank you for being here. I have 4 hours. My battery is, yeah, I have 4 hours remaining. So I was all worried about running out of charge out here. I don't know why. It says I have 4 hours left. Okay. Was at 33%. Is that really 4 hours? That's what it said. So yeah, I have internet. I'm good. I'm going to move into my tiny house on Wednesday. I need to get a bed. I might just get a air mattress for now. My son is sleeping on an air mattress. I might get an air mattress for now. I don't know. My friend Pam has offered to move stuff with her truck, but I'm probably gonna hit her up for when I find a sofa. But we're still gonna be painting, so yeah. I'm excited. I'm tired. I might order DoorDash. I took all the food over there. I also went grocery shopping. Yesterday made salmon. I should show you guys that video. We cooked salmon and asparagus on the grill. Haven't figured out how. I don't have the manual for the stove. It's a gas stove, and I don't know where the pilot is. And we have tried to turn it on now twice. There usually is a pilot somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't know how to light the pilot. They didn't leave any manual for the stove, and I wish they did. And we're not using the little tiny dishwasher. I think I might take the dishwasher out because that would give us more cupboard space. We don't really need a dishwasher. So thanks for asking. I'm pretty good, but I'm kind of tired. And my son offered to let me go live on his computer, but like you guys know, like I have everything, and it's just like, oh gosh. Does anybody else have a problem with passwords? Passwords are my nemesis. It's so annoying. And so I changed my password twice for logging into my account with the park where my tiny house is, because we have to pay rent on the spot. So, and we had to pay a deposit and then pay the rent. And now I've set it up automatically. So that's good. And My bank is kind of freaking out because of the big check I wrote for my tiny house. And they've contacted me twice now, yesterday and today. They've been texting me about, but the check already cleared. The check already cleared. So, but I don't have the title in my name yet, which kind of makes me nervous a little bit because I'm like, we're doing all this stuff and we're moving in, we're doing a lot of work. I got a blister, see. um, uh, Cleaning up a lot. It was kind of dirty. Um, we're taping the room, the trim, and I got a ladder. We got all the stuff to paint, and I'm thinking like really do want to paint the entire inside. Um, like you don't want to. I don't. When I moved into our smaller house that I got in the divorce, well, I didn't have it yet. We just had two houses. Before the divorce, I moved in our smaller house and it was a mess. There was a lot of stuff I had to do. And I paid someone, but it was like $800 and it was a lot of painting. And, it was a regular size house and it was 3 bedrooms. And I painted the bedrooms because I like color, y'all. I like color. So I painted my room purple and I painted a room red and did it in Georgia Bulldogs for my sons. I was like, I like making a home. This is fun. And it's a lot of work though. But, I just kind of had a break because for years, my ex was building a house. For years, I've been working on a house, And so I guess that's kind of why I sold the house and then traveled in my RV for a year. And then when I got to Denver, I was going to get the money from my dad and that way it would have been a good time to buy something, but I didn't want to stay in Denver. And I'm very glad I'm back in California. So, so I feel like I needed to rent for a couple years and I didn't have the hassle of this, that, and the other. I just bought furniture and settled in. It was nice, but this is like a lot of work and a lot of decisions and I want to do a garden. I already bought plants and it really was premature of me, but I bought some plants, a few plants. I have a hibiscus and I'll share a picture with you. Hibiscus and a bougainvillea, a little one at Walmart, and a philodendron, and another plant. I don't know what it is. It's got a purple flower on it. And my room is going to be purple. I showed you guys that color swatch. I don't have it right now. But anyways, thank you all for being here. 5 watching. Show yourselves. But I'm getting lots of ideas. I had bird feeders before at my house in Georgia. There's a hummingbird again. There's a hummingbird. She's refilling the hummingbird feeder. She cooks the stuff for Anne doesn't cook much for herself, it seems like. She cooks for the birds. She makes the suet stuff. And she was cooking that one day. And then she made this special cat food for her cat because her cat has the kitty cat's over here in the corner. Her name is Franny. I don't know if you can see her. She's kitty. Can you see her? See, she's right there. Hi, Franny. Say hi, Franny. Say hi, Franny. So, and I have my tea. And there's noise out here as usual. But it's so nice and peaceful out here. And I want to make like a sanctuary like this. It's just lovely. And we have the lights. Not lights like as cute as this, but we have lights on our porch. But I wanted to address something because there was a surprising comment made during my live on Friday. And I was just astonished because I am not going to stop talking about politics. I'm not. And I'm not. I seem to still kind of, I feel like it's getting better. I seem to still kind of attract people who think they can control me and tell me what to do. But no, Red don't play that. Red don't play that. And I won't have anybody dictating to me how to do my channel. Just not going to happen. Just not going to happen. And I feel like it needs to be talked about. And, you know, those are the things, you know, you can't talk about religion, can't talk politics. And I have a story to tell you. I have a story to tell you. It might trigger somebody, but too bad, too bad. They always get triggered anyways. But so I've always had a rocky relationship with my sister. And so it's been on again, off again, and stuff like that. And at one point she said, she wrote me a nice card and said, you know, here's what we don't talk about, because it used to be, I stopped talking about politics with my mother because I felt like we agreed on religion. We agreed on Jesus is the one, and I'm more open-minded now, but I stopped talking about it with my mom. We didn't agree. I used to be conservative. I told you guys I was a Republican for 25 years in Georgia, raised my 5 kids in the Baptist church. And I kind of regret that. Now. I've apologized to Ian. Yeah, I've apologized to Ian. And then my daughters are still in it. My daughters are still in. It's like they're in the cult. They're still in the cult. They're in the cult, except for, my middle daughter is not a Trumper. I don't know what my youngest daughter is. I know my oldest daughter was, and probably still is, I don't know, a Trumper, and my ex is. So anyways, I talk about it because I feel like it's important. So my sister did write me a nice note and said, here are the things we don't talk about: politics, religion, anything else we disagree on. And it's just like, I found like all we could talk about is like how annoying mom is. And it's just like, I didn't feel like it was even healthy for us to talk like that. I would try to steer it to the positive things about my mom. And my sister used to say, you're just like mom, to get a rise out of me. And I finally said, thank you. There's a lot of good things about my mom that I am like, and I do. Oh, and I brought my, I brought my owl in from the car because Anne's got an owl box here. I want to ask the manager of our Mussy Grade if we can put in an owl box. Anne has an owl box, and she has a camera on the owls, and they're nesting and they laid eggs. And this was from my mom. She loved owls. And then she ended up going back to school to Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton when she was 50 years old. And their mascot are the Fighting Owls. See, owl. I want to show it to Anne. I brought it in. It's in my car. So, yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of good things about my mom, and being like my mom is not a negative thing. I mean, some things, yeah, but nobody's perfect. But like my mom, I know that I'm codependent. I bought my book out here. I don't know if I'm going to read it or not, but I bought my In This Moment daily meditation book. And when I went to, I've been going to Coda on Sundays. I've been missing the other days during the week because I've been so busy. And, oh, you guys, this is exciting news too. I signed up for an app called care.com. And so I might be doing babysitting jobs on this app, on the care.com app. And I was thinking of ordering DoorDash. But I'm also like losing weight, even though I splurged. I caved. Ian said that one night. I caved and got In-N-Out. I caved and got In-N-Out that day. Oh, he worked so hard in the garden. I did a video that got 5,000 views. You guys, it's amazing. You want to see my video that got 5,000 views? I don't know if you saw it, Anthony. Who else is here? It says 3 watching. Let me pull it up. You know, I was watching the I've Had It podcast. I want to share that link with you. You guys, we got to stay informed. We got to, I'm glad I got so much done Saturday because I missed a great protest that I do want to go to a protest, but I haven't been to one yet, but I will. But I will go to one. But yeah, that day I was so tired. I got In-N-Out. I came back. It was late. I came back. I went to, I bought all this stuff at Home Depot, but I took half of it back because the trash can, I got a trash can for the kitchen, but it's too small. There's room for a bigger one, actually. So here we go. Wait, wrong place. Wait, here we go. Meeting out here on the patio. It's really nice. I need to get an extension cord in because I left the lights up. And the grill, I got propane. There's the leaves I've been picking up. Got 2 buckets of leaves. Mopped the porches. I got the pile of stuff I gotta throw away. I'm gonna see if we can touch up the inside paint with this paint, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna get paint. I'm gonna get like a blue that will go with the gray. That's how it's. The cabinets are gray. Starving. Such a pretty day. I got salad. I was so hungry. Oh my God. And my hands ached the next day. My hands ached that night from raking and stuff and picking up leaves. I was exhausted. Ian got in the tree and swept off the top of the I'm parked right there. Shed. Ian's parked over there. Ian might park next to me in the front for now, unless I decide to plant stuff there. But for now, because his car gets really hot where it's parked. But yeah, in this video, this video from Saturday got 5,000 views. I was astonished. So we can grill tomorrow. Clean the grill, and yeah, we grilled salmon. Sounds like a plan. I want to get steak. I got salmon. Pescatarian thing, so. Hey, Brenda. I'll get him some shrimp or some salmon. I'll see what he wants. All right. See y'all later. Bye. Okay. How's it going, Brenda? I'm just telling everybody that nobody's going to tell me to not talk about politics, and that I was astonished that people said that are of my political leanings, you know, and I was very astonished that I was told that on Friday, and it kind of got a little rise out of me. So that's why I'm talking again about it today, and I will keep talking about it because I feel like it's important. And it didn't work. It didn't work not talking about that with my sister. Like I was telling this little story about my sister, and she said, we can't, you know, and it's like basically like we can't get along. We can't talk about anything. We can't talk about anything important. Religion and politics are important, you know? And I feel like if you can't talk to people, you know, if you can't talk about those things, it's just sad. It means you can't be yourself. You have to stifle yourself. You have to be fake, you know? When someone's telling me like, oh, don't talk about that, and I want to talk about that, and I want to express my beliefs on a topic, I feel like they're trying to stifle me, and I'm not going to be stifled. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not going to be silenced. You know, that's what happened to me before 32 years in an abusive marriage. You know, it's like, don't talk about the elephant in the room. I tell you what, I'm going to talk about it because it's important. Your beliefs about, you know, higher power, what you believe is important too. And politics is important. I mean, look what happened in Germany. You know, millions of Jews died because, you know, don't say anything. Don't say anything about what they're doing. Don't talk about it. You know, turn in your Jewish neighbor. It's wrong. It's bad to not talk about it. It's being a wimp too. Being a scaredy wimp, you know, kissing butt. You want to kiss everybody's butt? Get along with everybody. Kiss the ring. Kiss Trump's ring. But anyways, I'm sorry. I'm riled up. I'm a bit riled up. Let's say this one, since we're talking about the elephant in the room. And when I wrote this poem, I was still a Republican. Trump is the one that made me not a Republican. Trump is the one that made me a Democrat now. And I thank my mother. I do. Because she did have an influence on me. And she was right about so many things. And she was right about this. And this book is for my mom, who loved to give children books because they are the best gifts. Alan Olson Hewitt. Was there ever an elephant in your room? When it walked, it went boom. You tried to deny it, but you couldn't hide it. Where can you hide an elephant? Oh no, that's a cat, you try to say, or maybe a bat. It will fly away. If you can't admit it, you can't quit it. Go ahead and face it. Can you trace it? Could the truth set you free, or will they all laugh at me? Perhaps. Who are they, and why do we care if they laugh? They have a hyena in their room. That's so much worse than just an elephant. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. One day, 2 day, 3, day by day, these things I pray. I have a higher power who created elephants. Maybe he can take care of it. I wonder what he'll do. Will he take it to the zoo? What? People will come from miles around to see the greatest show in town, the elephant. He now does tricks, and people pay to get their kicks. There's lots of elephants. Anne has lots of elephants in her house. God can take your ashes and give you beauty. You thought you had to sacrifice. Everyone must pay their price. If I give him the elephant, he'll die. I'm laughing because the kitty just opened the screen door. Way to go, Franny. She has a cat door. She has a cat door that's opened. Well, I thought it was open. Maybe it's not. Hey, Gizmo. Goodbye. I don't have it on subscribers only, but let me just get rid of you. Yeah, Anthony's here. I forgot. Anthony, block him. Thank you. Thank you. Out here on my own. I forgot you're here. I forgot. I have two. That's all I have here. I'm echoing. Sorry. Let me turn this off. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because I don't put it, I don't, I'm afraid that so I had the lady come in that I had met in Julian, out in Julian at the lovely Quiet Mountain Inn. And I think that I might have pushed her from the chat when I put it on subscribers only in the chat, because I don't know if she was a subscriber. And then I'm like, oh, why don't I just not do that and just deal with them as they come in? So, yeah. And maybe I got 9 watching now. That's pretty good for me. I usually get, when I get riled up, you know, and you kind of got me riled up. Y'all got me riled up Friday. But I'm kind of exhausted too from working at the house. So if I give him the elephant, he'll die. But the ringmaster doesn't work that way. The elephant will live another day. He'll sing and dance because he got a second chance. The circus is a place of joy and wonder because the ringmaster has a plan. Trust the elephant in his hands. And that's the end. And that's my book. And also I was talking to my son today because I sent my daughter a Venmo, but we haven't really talked since Christmas when I found out she got rid of my book. And that was another thing. I should have said something. I said to my son, I said, I should have said something. It was in the garage. And I knew the stuff that's in the garage she wants to throw out. I'm like, me and not my oldest daughter, Sarah, she's kind of a messy person. My oldest is kind of messy. Hey, Alfonso, how are you? I'm having a blessed day and I moved to California. I'm at an Airbnb, but I have a house. I bought a house. I bought a tiny house. Anyways. So how are you? Good to see you. I've been busy, busy, busy. But yes, I am blessed too. Really blessed. So my son arrived after me in San Diego. And I didn't really plan a whole lot. I was gonna rent a room, get some roommates, but then my son came down here, and he likes it here too, and he wants to stay, and so that's why I bought a tiny house, so he can be my. I know how he is, and he flushes the toilet. Like the horrible roommate I had in um, St. Louis that didn't flush the toilet. But yeah, I'm so blessed, and um, it's nice. And last night we grilled some salmon. I took it off the grill, and it wasn't. Let me see if I can send this video to myself so I can show you. We signed into the before I left. I signed into the Netflix on my. He's taping um, the room so we can do the trim so we can paint my room tomorrow. And then I think we'll get um I'm thinking we're going to get I think I want to get like a blue. Oh, your audio equipment's been having an issue. My mixer is starting to go out on me, causing crackling noise inside. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Oh, so you can't come up? I was about to ask that. I'll drop the link if you want to, though. Um, anyways, I mean, you don't have to play. I don't. I don't have. I still don't have people up that often. But yeah, but you when you show up, but you and Ben, I haven't seen Ben, and I haven't. I've been going to Coda on Sunday, so I haven't gone to the Zoom. I could go to my church in Parker on Zoom, but I kind of wanted to find a church here. But well, I kind of have found a church here, but it's a Coda group actually. It's like church. I feel like it's better than church. It's more helpful than church. I feel like the Coda is it's almost like it's like free therapy, you know. It's very helpful to me. Um, so and I joined this care.com and I got another one. You could be a good so um so there's Alfonso.
Hey, how are
Hey,
you?
hi.
Hey, can you hear me? Check,
Yeah,
check.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I've been having problems with my mixer. I don't know what's wrong. I think on the input channel where I have my organ, it's kind of going up. Like I'm getting like distortion too.
Huh.
I don't know. Is it coming out clear on your end? But I'm kind of
It
sounding really
sounds it
bad.
sounds fine to me. It sounds fine.
Sound good? Okay. Yeah, let me see what's going on because eventually it kind of starts going out after a while playing.
Hmm. Hmm.
I try one song, see how it works. Because I've been having
Go
issues.
ahead.
How that sounded?
That sounded good.
No distortion, right? Or
I didn't hear any distortion.
oh, okay.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I just want to make sure because I was just on another stream with a friend, and all of a sudden I have started having issues.
Oh. Hmm.
I had this mixer for 10 years, almost 10 years,
Oh. Hmm. How long do they usually last?
9 to 10 years.
Oh, so it could be going out then.
Yeah, think I got it in I think in 2015 when I was in college. Think I
Mm-hmm.
had my other mixer that I had for
I'm
10
in
years as well.
a beautiful garden at my Airbnb I'm at. I'm moving into my tiny house on Wednesday, but I'm describing it to you because I forget that like that you can't because I forget that you can't see and like I say
You can't
stuff
see
like
well enough, you know. Just
yeah. Well, behind me there's a picture of parrots and but because I just turned that way is behind me is the garden,
what time is
but
it over there?
it's 7:49. So it's almost 9 there. It's almost 8 here.
Yeah. So it's gonna get dark pretty soon, right over there.
Yeah, it's got dark.
So it gets dark an hour earlier than over here, basically.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't have daylight saving time over there, right?
No, we do. We do. It probably gets dark the same time. I don't know.
Like
What time
Arizona
was
don't have daylight saving time at all.
That's Arizona. California does.
Okay.
Let me see what time the sun went down. Oh, it doesn't say. I'm in Santee, which is really close by San Diego.
So how far is it from here?
It's about 1,096 miles, about 1,100 miles, something like that.
Yeah, that is like what, 14 hours?
Yeah, I did it in I've done that far in one day, but it's like crazy to go drive that far in one day. But I did it in 2 days when I came here. I've been here 40 days now.
Wow. So you drove like 7 hours one day, then next day 7 hours.
Yeah, yeah, about
Yeah, it's
yes.
kind of like the
About
same distance from here to Las Cruces. You know, like 1,000 miles. So it's like 14-hour drive from here.
New Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would be closer.
Not really, because with traffic, you're factoring the time with traffic.
Oh, and it's South New Mexico.
Yeah, like from Denver to Las Cruces, it's actually 14. It's 14 hours.
Oh, okay. I got a speeding ticket in New Mexico,
Oh, you did?
but it was only $30. Thankfully, I guess because um,
Oh, you got pulled over?
taxes. Yeah, I was speeding in a hurry to get to California. I guess.
Wow, that's horrible. But I tell you what, like I know that down in New Mexico, you got the county sheriff that they're after those who are speeding. You know.
He was really nice, and he said it was only $30. So, and he was talking about me going. I told him I'm moving to California, but they see the Colorado tag still, so and they think you're from Colorado. So um, people probably think my son and I moved down here together because he still has his Colorado tag on his car,
Yeah.
but it's expired. But he was in Oregon for over a year. Trying to think, he moved to Oregon in 2023. Anyways, we're getting along good.
Now, for
He's
time zone wise, what do you like better, the Pacific time or Mountain time?
I like it here, so I like Pacific time. I don't know. I
You
like
get the,
Colorado though.
I mean, the time wise, because you get the extra hour now, right?
Yeah, it feels like kind of like you get an extra hour. I never liked going back east because when
Yeah.
you come west, you it's like you gain time. It's like
Yeah.
you gain time because you go it's earlier.
Yeah.
And so it's always seems like a shorter drive driving here than driving back east.
Right.
So, yeah. And I came here in June. I just came here in June, last June, for the Switchfoot getaway. I'm still going to talk about politics. I was talking about politics and religion when you came in
Wow.
because I feel like it's important.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of bad stuff going on right now, and there's been protests all over the country and all over the world, and it's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, the tariffs and all that,
Oh, I
and then
think Anne is back because her kitty cat is crying at the garage door, and that's what she does when she's coming back. So, my Airbnb host is a nurse. Um,
does any Airbnb have a piano?
all the Airbnbs are like all different. So I stayed at 3 different Airbnbs because I've been here for 40 days now, and they're all different. They've all been great, but they all been a little bit different. But there's all sorts of ones. Some do have a piano. Um, yeah, Irina's did have a piano. I don't think anybody ever played it though. I don't know if Irina, her daughter, Irina, my Russian Airbnb host, her daughter is a musician. So her daughter probably played the piano,
Right.
but her daughter is in Europe, living in Europe right now. And her son helps her with the Airbnb, my last Airbnb. And Irina has 6 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms.
Wow.
And I was in, like, she redid her home, and she was the one that was giving me the idea to take out of my 401k, but I was hoping I wouldn't have penalties. I still might be able to get a tax break
I don't
because,
know because you're still young to take out your full one. You know,
yeah,
still.
but I'll be 59 and a half in a year.
I
So
thought
that's
you were
why I
like
was thinking, like,
39.
huh?
I thought you were like 36.
Yeah. You can't see, remember?
Sorry.
Thanks, though. Uh, um, so,
Yeah, but I know people here in Colorado. What they do, the young people will spray paint their hair gray and all that to get the senior discounts.
they do.
Yeah,
I never heard of anybody doing that.
but you'd be surprised. People are doing that here in Colorado.
That's funny.
Even teenagers will do that to get the senior discount.
That's really silly. So, but yeah, Irina took her because she was um, retiring from her job. She was able to take it out early, and she remodeled her house because she wanted to do Airbnb. And Irina's is all like just like a hotel room. Each room has a refrigerator and
Yeah.
she has a little teapot in there. She just has everything in it. A microwave. It's insane. But it was this Airbnb was a little less expensive, and it's more like mine was like a home. Irina has locks on each of the doors, and just everything. And the rooms all upstairs each have their own bathroom. That's why she has 5 bathrooms.
Wow.
Um, and there's just the one I stayed in, and Michiku, the lady from Japan. We're the only two that shared a bathroom, but all the rest of the rooms had their own bathroom.
So
And
what are the rules of the B&B? What's it that you're allowed to do and what's not allowed?
it's different at different Airbnbs. Like, I asked Anne's permission about can I go live on your patio, and she said sure, because it's so pretty. And um, the Russian Airbnb host, she had a garden too,
Yeah.
but it was all herbs and vegetables. She had an avocado tree. It wasn't as beautiful as Anne's garden. Anne's garden is just like peaceful. Like, and Irina doesn't have any little light. She has motion lights that go on. She said she go pick. It was more for food and stuff. So Irina's garden was nice, but it wasn't as beautiful as Anne's garden. And then my first Airbnb I went to, Robin, I think she was kind of new. She new to Airbnb, but she did have she put the code lock on each of her Airbnb doors, on the bedroom doors, and a code to
Right.
get in the house. And she didn't really have a garden; she just had grass. But it was a really, really beautiful house, though. the first one I stayed in. It was in Rancho Pasquitos. Rancho Pasquitos part of San Diego. Yeah. So yeah. But there's all like different kinds of Airbnbs, and there's ones that are really, really expensive,
Oh yeah.
and then you can find ones that are really a great deal, but they might have I had two bathrooms. I had three bedrooms that I Airbnb'd out, and then I stayed in the den, and so we had two bathrooms between the four bedrooms. So it was like if I preferred to have one person in a bedroom and not two people. I would charge more for two people because there's more people using the bathroom and the water and all that. So, oh, Pam's here. Hi, Pam. Hello. Hi, Pam. Hi, Ann.
Everything good?
Yeah, I'm live on
Oh,
YouTube.
good. No problem. I'm
Do you-
sorry. I'm not
Do you want to say hi?
Oh, doing that. Hi.
Hi, this is Ann.
Hello.
Whose beautiful garden this is. Yes,
It's a beautiful
I was
night.
telling them I wanted to show you.
Oh, you got a little.
This was my mom's.
Really?
My mom loved owls. Yes,
Oh,
my
that's
mom loved owls.
sweet.
Yes,
And we've got
hooves.
5 eggs now.
Five. Oh my
5
goodness,
eggs
there's
now in
5
the barn owl
eggs
box.
now.
Yeah, 5 eggs.
I
so
want to
that's very
ask the
exciting.
manager of our place if we can put one in out there. That would be so cool.
Probably you'd all have to chip in because they're expensive. But
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
but they are really nice to have for sure. Very nice
That's
to
cool.
have.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
when
yeah.
they put it in, did they put in the cameras for you? And
Yeah, you
stuff?
have to order the cameras ahead of time.
Cool.
And then they'll come and set the box up for you and they'll install the cameras and do the whole thing. It's like $1,000.
oh wow,
So it's a pricey thing, but it's worth it. So worth it. Better than
that's
HBO.
really cool. Yes, I
Nice
love
to
all
see
her
you
birds.
all.
Yes, thank you.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye, Ann.
Bye.
So she owns the Airbnb or?
Yeah, this is her house.
Wow.
They're barn owls. Yeah, they're barn owls, and she can show them to you on the camera, and she can see them, and it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I was saying earlier that my mom, she always liked owls.
You know, I
And,
had a friend in New Mexico who got caught stealing from Airbnbs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
he
not
just
that's not a good friend. That's not. You
got-
hanging
one
with
guy,
bad.
Like he said he got caught stealing from Airbnb, like the TVs and stuff like that.
Oh no, that's not good. Yes, I love all birds too. There's so many birds here because she feeds them everywhere, and the hummingbirds. Like when I was live over there until it got dark. The other day, Friday, and the hummingbird is like bzz, bzz, like it's like a bee buzzing around my head. I'm like, this bird is scaring me. But yeah, I want to do like all this. I even love the wind chimes, but I don't want to disturb any of my neighbors though. But I would love to put up the wind chimes too. Yeah, it's really a lovely Airbnb. And this was the least expensive Airbnb. So that's why I moved. I'm like, I need to find, I'm like, I don't know how long I didn't know how long.
So the Airbnbs are cheaper than hotels and motels, basically.
Yes,
right?
usually. But you can find ones that are more than, and if you go on Verbo's more expensive. I don't think there's any cheap Verbo. So I found out, I met a friend who was a travel nurse when I went to Mexico on a missions trip. And this was in 2017. Yeah, 2017, when I went on a mission trip with the Newsboys band. And I think her name was Sherry. And she was the one that told me about, like, if you stay at Airbnbs, they're cheaper then. And then I started thinking, like, well, maybe I can do that, because I kept on looking for a job and I couldn't find a job, because I had been a stay-at-home mom for 32 years, and my husband wouldn't let me work. He didn't want me to work, and plus it took a lot of time to take care of all my kids. And so and I didn't know it was going to be so hard for me to find a job. And so I decided to do Airbnb. And it's like what I have experience with. And that's what I'm going to do again. I'm going to do babysitting on this care.com app. And so I'm going to do that while I do my Airbnb and writing. So, because it's expensive, spending
Actually,
a lot of,
you know,
I'm
like
spending a lot of
Uber,
money on my house.
yeah, you know what Uber Eats and all that.
Oh,
I
my
did that.
son did. My son does DoorDash a lot, and he said it was even. I was surprised. He said it was good. He did DoorDash on Saturday night, I guess, out in Ramona,
Yeah,
and I was surprised. He said it was good because he didn't. I think probably because there's more people established doing it in San Diego. Maybe I don't
yeah.
know, but um, yeah, he does DoorDash sometimes. I might drive for Lyft. I drove for Uber and Lyft. Um, I shared that poem
You know
about.
what? I knew one blind person here in Colorado. Who does like DoorDash. Like he takes the he takes the train everywhere.
Really? And he
Yeah,
does DoorDash?
yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Like he takes the light rail everywhere in the bus, but it might take him longer.
Yeah.
Tell my brother-in-law like I know this blind minimum. If this blind person brings my food and it's cold, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
I was thinking of ordering DoorDash now. I took all the food over there to my house, and I even got groceries yesterday. Like, oh, I forgot. I was going to so I'm trying to figure out too how this app works for the care, and so they're showing me the jobs, and they had this job that was taking care of 5 kids for 4 hours for $100.
Wow. And no background checks required, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, they do a background check.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they have to.
Because I remember when Uber started in New Mexico, they weren't doing background checks to drive for Uber or Lyft.
Oh, well, this is for taking care of children, so they have to do background checks.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, for child care and elder care, but I don't know if I'll do that, but I've done that before. It
Wow.
was a few years ago, but yeah, I got this one offer like for $100, but watching like 5 kids, and they were like 8 and 5 and 3 and 2 and 8 months, and it was from 5:30 till 9:30, and I'm like, man, I don't know. That's going to be like getting them dinner, getting them to bed, and like I don't even know that it was going to be next like Sunday. And I considered taking it, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to have to see how this, and I'm not right now. I'm so busy moving in my house. I really can't. Yeah, that would be rough. Yeah, I'm thinking I'd rather like be a nanny for like 1 or 2 kids.
Or how about handling teenagers? That'd be different, right?
They usually don't need a babysitter, so. Um,
Well, because teenagers can be rowdy sometimes, cause trouble.
yeah, but they don't have to get a babysitter for them, so. But I don't know what the age. I can remember thinking I was kind of young to be a babysitter when I was 12. I started babysitting when we moved to Boca Raton. So, but
Well, I'm gonna jump off now.
all right.
You have a good one.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna rant some more about politics.
Alright, thank you.
So, bye. Thanks, Alfonso.
You're welcome.
I'm going to show you guys my video of my salmon though, because I didn't download it. But I sent it to myself. So it was nice because we ate out on the patio. And like I said, I was going to go live from out at my house, but I forgot to take my laptop out there. And it's like 30 minutes away. Yeah, when I told my son about the job that it was $100, he said like 104. He's like, that's not enough for that many kids. So it's 5 kids. So I put in my bio, that I'm the mom of 5 kids, and I guess that's why like he picked me. And like they didn't have any. I'm not sure like how the app works yet, but I know that they pay you through the app, which I wasn't sure about. But it said if you apply for this job, be sure and set up your payment type because you'll be paid through the app. So I was like, okay. But they don't have any reviews. This person didn't have any reviews. And maybe they thought, this could be a way for them to get a review and me to get a review because I'm new on the app also. But I decided not to take that job. There's a lot of them on there. So, and I also saw that the Ace Hardware in Ramona is hiring, but for a full-time person. And I'm like, I don't know that I really want full-time, but I don't know. Well, it was like, I think it was like $29 an hour, and it was 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. It was only 4 hours. So they keep a little bit, I guess. Florida just won the basketball championship. Yeah, Ian I think he used up his hotspot minutes watching the Nuggets and the Lakers play on the big TV. He made it go from his computer to the TV because we just got internet today. And I was going to go live from out there, but I forgot my laptop. And then Ian said he'd let me use his computer, but I'm like, I got everything on my computer. You know, I got my poems on my computer. I'd have to log into StreamYard on his computer. I'd have to log in to YouTube probably on his computer. I don't know. And I was just like, oh, let me just go back to Ann's and I'll go live from my teeny house on Friday. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about my house. I love it. I love it that it has a yard. And there's a yard like on the corner. And Mussy Grade is so big, I get lost in it. My trailer. It's called Mussy Grade Village Park Resort. I'm like, we're staying in a resort. And today I took back the trash can I got at Home Depot. Home Depot's more expensive than I know. I think I saw the same exact Hoover vacuum at Home Depot. I think it was the exact same one. I'm going to look again if I go back there. We got the paint at Home Depot, and that's fine. And we got the grass, the artificial grass, which is almost like this one. It looks really real. Let's go for a walk over here. We can be pleasant and nice too and still talk about politics. My hip bothers me when I get up, when my flip-flop is flopping. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just saw it fly by. I just saw the owl fly by. It was screeching. Did you hear it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was so cool. That was so cool. But can you see, I often like glance out here and I think there's a person standing out here, and it's the Buddha. Can you see? I just saw, there's a beautiful view of this. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the city light? See, there's the Buddha. I glance out here and I'm like, there's somebody standing in the garden. I'm like, oh, that's the Buddha. That's the Buddha. It's so beautiful. You can't, this doesn't do it justice, I'm sure. You can't see. But you can see the city lights. So we lived on a hill in San Fernando Valley, and we could look out over the lights. We had a view of all the lights of Burbank, of the valley, the lights of the valley. Yes, I was so like startled. I wish I had turned around because then I saw it fly over. I'm going to go in and tell Ann. It's such a beautiful view. It's so pretty. But we have these lights on our gazebo, in our gazebo. And see, there's the, I want to get hummingbird feeder. I didn't have a hummingbird feeder in Georgia. I had a regular bird feeder like this. But she does this, the suet. She does a lot. And she has to bring some of it in at night because the rats get it. And these lights over here aren't on. I don't know how to turn them on. And wonder if there's another switch. I don't know. But this is a philodendron. I got a philodendron. And she gave me clippings from all of her succulents. I have this arthritis in my hip, and every time I get up, ouchies, it hurts. Okay, sitting back down. But I'll find out how much of the money they keep. I don't know, Pam. Yes, I saw it fly by. That was so cool. That was so cool. Oh. Oh my goodness. It is like so difficult. It's difficult talking to them. And I'm doing this live, and this is specifically because a couple of people who are on my side, who I thought were cool, said something Friday. So I'm happy here. Yeah, I'm happy here. I'm happy at my house. I would have been happy to go live at my house too. And I was happy in Denver. Denver was a healing place. I was in Denver to heal. And I was saying to Ian today, I was like, just like, I can get so overwhelmed with everything there is to do. And I'm just like, oh, I need to clean everything's so dirty over there. They didn't really, like, when I sold my house, I sold it clean. It was clean. This house is a mess. But they just had a baby. So that's the thing. That's why they moved out of the tiny house, because they had a baby and they're living with family and trying to sell the house. And the baby's like 4 months old. And so we just met our young neighbors. Our neighbors are about a young couple about Ian's age. And they said, "Oh, we're so glad you're here." They're like, "We moved in, and like right after we moved in, our Austin and Riley, I guess, they have a YouTube channel. I want to see what's on it. Wait a second. Let me look right now. My bad. Ian's like, why? Because it came up on their TV. We had to log out of their, we were logged into their Netflix and stuff, and Ian couldn't figure out how to log out of it and everything. And it was interesting. But he logged out of it and then logged into my Netflix. No, maybe it's not. It's Kylie, I think. See if I can find it. I don't know. Someone named Austin Kylie. But yeah, they just had a baby, so I'm hoping they're going to get a double wide. And they had to sell this tiny house to get approved for the other house loan. So, but yeah, it's very hard. Kudos to you for trying to talk. I feel like I don't know. It's worth it. You never know. I always share the link, Leaving MAGA. And I'm going to be staying more informed. I want to drop the I've had it podcast because I love these ladies. Oh my goodness. They're hilarious. I've had it podcast is so good. And then Leaving Mega. Let me find that. It's leavingmega.org. Leaving. They're all over. Leavingmega.org. And another thing about Anne, which is so cool. We were born the same year, and we're only like a month apart. She was born November 13th, and I was born October 13th. So, yeah, we're only a month apart. But yeah, I was so startled by that owl. And then I was like, oh, I should have turned the camera around so you guys could see it. I was just like, what is that? I didn't know it was an owl. And then I saw it. I want to go tell Anne. Yeah, I'm hoping I can get my taxes done before I might try to call your CPAs. They're probably all booked up, but I left them a message on a Saturday and they never called me back. So, but I wanted to ask them a question about the 401k, but I found out about that. So, but, yeah, but I can make a little area like, so one of my neighbors, I keep saying it's a lady. I'm like, I need to meet this lady. And I'm like, I don't know that it's a lady. It could be a man. The people on the corner, like it's like 2 doors down from me. There's a trailer next to us, actually. There's a teeny house on this side of us. Like if I'm facing my street, my road, there's a teeny house like right in front of us. It's yellow, and that's where the young couple is. There is a RV next to us, actually, on the lot next to us. And then behind us is a man who's lived there for 20 years, he said. So I spoke to him and met him. I can't figure out how to operate my gas oven and stove because I don't know how to turn the pilot light on, and they don't have the manuals for all the stuff that came with the house. There's no manuals. They left us the manuals for the refrigerator they put in. It's a full-size refrigerator. It's awesome. They didn't leave us a manual for the TVs, but the one TV is like huge. It's huge. And there's a TV in the loft. And the manual for the washer and dryer. It's a little washer and dryer, and they work really good. And it's the Samsung also, I think. So, yeah, well, I called them on a Saturday, so that's okay. And I understand this time of year, it's like, yeah, maybe I should do that, because what I need to find out is like, where's the pilot light? Because usually with a stove and an oven, there's a pilot light to light. My ex got a huge commercial gas oven and stove for our house in Georgia that he built, the big house that's 3,400 square feet, that's still not done yet. And he's living in, I don't know, probably with some woman. He's probably got some woman living with him. I don't know. Probably my oldest son. No, my oldest son. It's back. I hear it. I hear it. The pilot lights automatically for both the oven and the stovetop. Ah. See, that's what we thought, but we can't. It's not lighting. It's not going. I hooked up. I got 2 gas tanks when I went out there. Was it Saturday? I guess it was Saturday. The days are all blurring together now. I don't know. It was Saturday or it was Sunday. I think it was Sunday, maybe. Yeah, I turned the gas on, and then we could smell it. We could smell it, but it wouldn't. It didn't light. It wouldn't light. I don't know. And Rob happens to be my ex-husband's name. The man behind us is like, well, go, turn it on. He had me turn it on and try again, but I was just being polite. I was like, and then Ian thought I called his dad, and I'm like, no, because I said Robert. Talk to Robert, and I met the neighbor behind us is Robert, but yeah, it was on. I got a little tank for it. I got just like a grill. I got 2 tanks. It was $150. I got them at the gas station. I got 2 propane tanks, and so I'm wondering if I didn't hook it up right. So Patty, the manager out there, said she would send somebody by, and I'm gonna remind her again because maybe she forgot. But they did come and get this wood. There was all this wood. I don't know. This kid was he's a kid about my son's age. Maybe he's younger. I don't know. He's an electrician that we bought the house from. So, he's about my son's age, or he's maybe even younger. I don't know. Or he could be older, I guess. He's about my son's age. He's about 30-ish. And they just had a baby. But he was into projects and, because they did that whole patio and did the lights around, did the shed. And they had all this wood. And I'm like, what the heck? And I don't know if he got it out of the shed and he dumped it back. I'm like, what the heck? And so Patty was been trying to get her guys to pick it up, her maintenance guys to pick up this wood off our lot because it just was a mess. It was just like a pile of wood. And so they got it. Yeah, I can see how to do that. I don't know. Like I said, there's no manual for it. I think it's a Maytag. Maybe I can ask Ian to look it up online. He sends me things like I returned a hose because he found a specific hose for me to get because they have a hose out there and it's all like kinked up and like the water won't even come out of it. It's like really long. First of all, it's too long for a teeny house. I think it's like 100-foot hose, and it's all got kinks all in it. And so, but yeah, we turned the gas on. We tried to light because Ian was going to make eggs, and I was glad I got a macaroni and cheese because he had the macaroni and cheese. And then I cleaned the grill on, I think that was the last thing I did on Saturdays, clean the grill. No, I cleaned the grill on Sunday. I don't know. All the days are running together for me. But we made the same. Oh, I was going to let me show you the video of the not done. It was, wait, no. The not done Here it is. Okay, this is salmon. Oh, looks good. Looks
Salmon.
good. That's
It
our
wasn't quite
salmon.
done. It was a big old slab of salmon.
Hey,
It was yummy.
the
And
asparagus looks done too. Wow. So,
it was crunchy.
oh, it's crunchy.
We ended up turning the grill back on and cooking it longer.
I usually like it more done. I might put it in the microwave for a minute.
But the salmon wasn't done in the middle either. But it was good when it was done. And then what? I had another video of the when I was doing the.
I guess I'm gonna put on the grill also.
See, that's the stove right there, Pam. That doesn't work. That we're not been able to get to work. Yeah, the neighbors were talking. Yeah, it's Amber. I think it's Amber and Daniel, the young couple who live next door to us. And the cute little it's a cute little yellow tiny house. And they were clearing off. They picked up yard stuff today. And they said they're watching out for the snakes. And they have dogs that they yeah, I was telling them my brother Tim, his dog got bit by a rattlesnake once, because I told you we lived in the valley, and we lived in the valley, and there were all these empty fields across the street from us. There's houses there now, but it was right by Handsome Dam in Sunland. But over there, my brother's dog got bit on the nose by a rattlesnake, and it like swelled up like this. And I think my brother cut it and like sucked the poison out of it. I think he did. I don't know, because the dog didn't die. And he had a bow and arrow he would hunt with, and he shot the rattlesnake and killed it. And he used to have the rattler hanging from his truck, his rear view mirror. So, but I'm hoping someone, I don't like gas, really. I honestly don't. Like, you guys know the thing I went. If you guys look at my channel, you can see where I thought my gas was leaking in my RV, because I let it, it all ran out when I was for a month in Denver at Denver Meadows RV Park. I stayed for a month in Denver by my son, and my son went camping when I was there, but he came back. But I just wanted, I didn't like going all the time. I like to stay. If I did it again and traveled in my RV, I'd be a slow roamer. Like, there's a slow roamer on, her name is, what's her name? Jessie. And she has a cat. She's on Instagram. But I didn't like going all the time, and I stayed at this RV park, and I ran out of gas, and then I got it refilled. And it was a kid that refilled my propane, and so I kind of didn't trust him. And that was when I was in New Mexico too, and I thought my gas was leaking, and it was my black tank. It was funny. It was kind of funny. after the fact. But I had this RV tech come out. His name was, what was his name? Two Bears. He was Native American. I couldn't tell he was Native American, but he was Native American. And it was Two Bears RV tech, mobile RV tech. And he showed me how everything worked, and he took it all apart, and he's like, there's no leaks. And so that's when I realized that it was my black tank. And he didn't say that to me. He just showed me, though, that it wasn't leaking, and said I could turn my gas back on. You had a baby snake curl up in my patio. Oh. Yes. That's a real thing. We've had them in, oh gosh. So one time there was one, it was like fall, and I had picked the kids up from school, and because they were in Georgia, where our house was in the woods, our big house that my ex built. And there was a huge one. It was like 6 feet long. It was like all across the road in front of us. And I was like, oh my God. And it was going towards our yard, towards our woods that way. And I was like, oh my gosh. And the school bus was coming. I had picked my kids up at school, but the school bus was coming the other way. And they go around it, it was almost took up the whole, my side of the road. And, oh my goodness. And I was scared to do it, but I ran over it. And my neighbor was like, oh, that didn't kill it. Blah. So annoying. It was so annoying. Annoying, very annoying. Trumper. Speaking of which, all my neighbors were Trumpers out there, but his name was Sherman. Oh, that didn't kill it. I saw it like fly up in the air. I went over it fast. It's like I should have went over it slow. I ran over it with my van. I like punched it because I was like frozen. I was like, we were looking at it, and it was like a big long rattlesnake. It was like 6 feet long, I swear to God. And the bus went around it. I'm like, why didn't you run over it? And I'll run over it, and we'll kill this thing. Oh my God. Why are you going around it? Like, you're a big help. I don't want it going that way too. And it went the other way. It hopefully died. I didn't see it again, but it went, when I ran over it, it went off the other way. But yeah, it was huge. It was huge. I saw the owl, Anne.
Oh, isn't he beautiful?
Yeah. Do you see it often? It screeched.
Yeah, sometimes outside, but
and
also
it
on the
flew
camera.
over.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, huh?
Oh, but I saw it and then I heard it over there.
Yeah, I just heard it right now.
Uh-huh.
It's so cool.
Yes, it is. $1,000. That's a lot. We'll have to save up for that. That's a lot. Yeah, we've turned it off again and I could smell the gas when we turned it on, but it wouldn't light. So I don't know. Let me share the I've Had It podcast. I like these ladies. And again, I'm going to say Park Rose Permaculture. Park Rose Permaculture. You guys watch that channel. It's good. She's okay. So these ladies are funny. The I've Had It podcast. I like it. Because I've had it, you guys. I've had it. You're not going to keep me silent. Don't tell me not to talk about this. Don't tell me what to do. Do what you want to do on your channel, okay? And it astonished me, and it really kind of disappointed me, because these are people that I thought, agree with my point of view, and they think I should put my head back in the sand. Like, I had my head in the sand for 20 years, you guys, and I was a stupid idiot conservative, and so I'm not gonna do that. So it moved after I ran over it, and like my tires on the left, it should have went over its head. I think both I think only my right tire probably only hit its head, but Sherman was like, "Oh no, that didn't kill it." And I'm like, "Shut up, Sherman." Oh, that was his wife, Mary. I've known them for like 20 years from homeschooling. And then I basically sold the house up the street, and I didn't get any credit. Like, I didn't get any. I basically sold the house up the street because I already knew Mary from homeschooling. She lived in another part of Warner Robins, and the house up the street was for sale, and they liked it, and she was calling me up, like asking me about the neighborhood and asking me about the house and blah 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 blah. Yes, exactly. I just can't listen to nonsense at night, and then you're not going to silence me. I was silent, so like, and when I was, there's a verse in the Bible. There's a verse in Psalms: "When I was silent, my bones ached." And yeah, that's like, my heart burned within me. That's how I've been. Like, through the first Trump administration, I was like that, because I was in Georgia, and then I was doing Airbnb, and then these people are talking about politics at my Airbnb, and I'm like, shut up. Especially crazy conspiracy theorists saying we did 9/11 to myself. I was like, and I was like, I can't say anything to these people because they're gonna give me a bad review. And I was like, Argh. And then I put on my Airbnb rules, like, no talking politics. I put that on my Airbnb rules. And then, you guys, I told you guys about the lovely, there it is again, the lovely couple from Canada whose the dad was, I hear it, the dad was a pastor, and she, like, the wife tentatively came up to me and said, "Can I ask you a question?" And they were Canadian. She's like, "We're a house divided. My husband likes Trump and I don't." And I'm just like, your husband's a yes, that's right. And I felt so much better. Like, I was having issues. I can't really. It's kind of it's a family issue. It's an issue with one of my other children, but I was having an issue this past summer, and also because I didn't like my job, and because I wasn't having time to write and be creative. Like, I've read these I've been reading these Martha Beck. I put Martha Beck's link is below, and I keep putting it below because I love Martha Beck. I haven't been listening to her lately, but she's been helpful to me too. And it's like reading her books make me realize why I was so depressed. It was an issue going on with one of my kids, not Ian, and it was that I didn't like my job and I wasn't having time to, do my YouTube and do my writing and all of that. Also feeling stuck. I was feeling stuck in that lease with that expensive rent. And I was really wanting to break out of that and come here. And I was so depressed. And one of the things that brought me out of my depression was speaking up about the politics. Finally breaking my silence and saying, no, I'm not okay with Trump, and I can't believe that they can even let him come back after what he did, because the insurrectionist is not allowed to run. It's illegal. Like his whole presidency is unconstitutional. Everything he's doing is unconstitutional. He's destroying our country. He's done so much damage in just the days he's been in office. And I will not be quiet. I don't care if it makes me a target. I don't care. And so many things helped me get out of the codependent. Going to Codependence Anonymous helped me. I'm going to say my 12-step poem again too, and my spiritual practice. So religion and like if you have a balance to it, I mean, there's a way. And that's what I felt like before, is like I couldn't, I wasn't good at balancing I wasn't good at being able to see what's going on and not let it affect me mentally before, Yes, that's good. That's great. That's great, because that's what I want to do. I feel like I'm in a place where I should be able to maybe reach them. Oh, and I was going to put I found the link and I didn't put it, did I? The leavingmaga.org. I feel like I should be in a place, and that's what these people do, is they try to reach out to them and they tell stories of people who have left, because it's like a cult. It's very, very similar to a cult. I mean, not everybody that is in it is as much into it, into the cult part of it, but many are. It's like a cult. They're brainwashed. It's really sad, but it's hard to try to say that to it. It's really hard. I read another one is Politics Girl. Do you watch Politics Girl? She's awesome. Oh, Politics Girl is awesome. Let me share that. Her name is, let me think. Lee McGowan is Politics Girl. I read her book. It's called A Return to Common Sense. And I like this one, the picture where she's taking a hammer to a Tesla truck. And I said something on Lindy's YouTube because she posted a picture of her sitting in a Tesla truck. But you know what? I know Lindy's a Republican, but I don't know that Lindy realized what she did, because she might not have, honestly, because Lindy doesn't always realize things, is not always aware of things. And that's really, I really don't feel like, I don't know. She's determined to keep living in her van for as long as possible, but I kind of think that Lindy shouldn't live in her van for too much longer. I mean, she had heart surgery and everything, but I don't know. But there's things I'm not even sure that Lindy's aware why that was a political statement, and she was upset with me. She said, "I hope you get the help you need." And I was going to keep going with the conversation, but I'm like, no, she doesn't even get it. I'm like, I'm not on disability, or, I'm not on Social Security yet. I'm like, he's taking away your benefits. But like, it dawned on me, like, I'm like, she might not even realize what she did when she posted the picture of the truck. When I first saw the Tesla truck, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was a Tesla. Now I used to not. I mean, I always think people don't believe me because I don't know, because I don't seem like it. But I was a goody two shoes. I did not cuss, but now I cuss. F Elon. Every time I see one of those, I see them every day. I see them every freaking day here. I saw them every day in Parker and Denver too. But so I see them every day, and I curse him every time I see them. I want to scream, and I want to scream. But anyways, Politics Girl is good, and Politics Girl's book is A Return to Common Sense. Let me show you where that is. I feel like I can't like use anything. I told the internet people, and then the internet guy that came to my house was different than the internet guy I talked to on the phone, and the internet guys that came to my house didn't recommend the router we got. And then I said, this is the link the guy sent me that I talked to at your place. And I didn't want to get it at Amazon. So he said, Walmart has it. And I'm just like, I don't know if I should shop at Walmart. But anyways, I got it at Walmart. Got my router at Walmart. And I knew that when I look up this book, it's going to come up on Amazon too. A Return to Common Sense. Lee McGowan. You can get it on Audible for free. Wait, let's see. You can get it. Oh, if you join Audible, if you're not a member of Audible, you can get it for 99 cents for a membership. A Return to Common Sense. It's very good. And I like the way she talks to him. My internet provider, not. Patty said something about getting Skylink. I'm like, no, thank you. I will not. It's Sky Valley Network. I said Skynet. And Ian's like, that's the evil people in the Terminator movie. And I'm like, really? My son is like a walking encyclopedia. And we were talking about Val Kilmer today. And I said something wrong because I said he was a Christian Scientist. Oh, my battery's running low. I'm going to have to go, or I'm going to have to plug in. Let me plug in. Let me plug in. Let me plug in. So plug is over here. Let me see if I can find it. Aha. I found it. Oh my goodness. You have Verizon for your internet too? I have. Now I'm down here on the floor. I had AT&T for my internet and my phone in Georgia. Yeah, I had a whole issue. I had a whole problem with trying to switch. Verizon was going to be cheaper, and I think my phone was going to work because I was kind of in a hole where I was in Denver in Parker. And so I was going to get Verizon for on my cell phone. And but all the time I traveled around and stuff, I had AT&T, and it usually was pretty good, except for when I ran out of hotspot minutes and the internet didn't work at the park I was at, you know. But I had a whole problem because my phone wouldn't unlock, and I didn't have phone service for like a week or something like that. And then I ended up getting the new number, and it was just a whole ordeal I went through in February. So I switched back to AT&T. And then it's been crazy with this number I have because it's this other lady's number, and I know her name. I know like all her business. I still get calls for her. I still, you know, and when I figured out all that, I'm like, my number's on everything. I need to get my Georgia number back. So now I have two numbers. I have a Georgia number. I have a Colorado number. And, but the Colorado the person who had my Colorado number is in Arizona now. But it's insane. I know like all her business, and I get like, I'm still like, I don't know what, you know. She said, I'm sorry, because I found out her number and I texted her, you know, like, why are all these people still calling me with this number? Why don't you give them your new number? It's just insane. Because I get like, your pet is at the vet. I know all her freaking business. Her daughter's name. Her daughter just graduated high school. I think she's going to college up in Illinois. As I'm getting your prescriptions already in Illinois. That's where I was. And it was funny. It's because it's where I was in Illinois. Well, I was in Southern Illinois by St. Louis. I was in Belleville. So 6 watching. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna say my 12-step poem. Let me. No, my book is over there. Let me get it. Let's go over this cord. It's 9 o'clock. On a trip. Okay. I'm gonna say my 12-step poem. I left my thing over there. I'm gonna say my 12-step poem and then I'm gonna let you go. Politics and religion are important. That's what I want to say. And we should be able to talk about them. My 12-step poem is on page 31. It's called Steps to Serenity. So there's not a lot of options, I think, for internet out in Ramona. So I don't know. I don't know if I can get Verizon internet out in Ramona. But I have on my phone, so I still have AT&T, and Ian has T-Mobile. So before this poem, I have the Serenity Prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Steps to Serenity. I'm powerless, Lord. I need your help, please. I turn my will and my life over to you. You restore my sanity. I take inventory. Your love casts out my fear. I am searching, reaching, striving. I know denial is not a river. I admit the exact nature of my wrongs. Till all my sleeves are stained red from all the truth that I've said. I'm ready, Lord. Take my load. Take my load. I'll take yours. It's easy and light. I need vulnerability, accountability, and humility for Jesus to give me victory. He grants me true repentance and godly sorrow. I will not wait until tomorrow to make amends. Unless it would be hurtful, I will be tactful and truthful. I seek him first in all I do, for he will always see me through. He always heals my deep heartache. A bruised reed he will not break. Now I am wide awake. I will carry his message both day and night, for I know he is the light. He delivers me from strife, and all his principles are life. Yep, and that's in the 7-story tree. If you want a copy of my book, the information's below. That's another thing about Amazon. I published that for free on Amazon, but now they're not charging me $2 anymore. They're charging me full price for my own book. And I tried to contact them and figure out why, and they said to log into, it's now called, it used to be called Creative Space, but now it's called, I can't remember. But anyways, it's the book publishing part of Amazon. And they used to charge me less for my own book. But I don't know why, if it's maybe run out of free, maybe I've run out of freebies. No, it wasn't freebies. It wasn't free. I still had to pay shipping, and I paid $2 something. But then I could make more money on my book. But anyways, so that's why the price has gone up that I charge y'all for my book. Let me get my journal because I want to make my prayer list. Okay. I brought my owl over here. My owl. Okay. Thank you all for being here. It says 6 watching. That's good. It's Monday. It's April 7th. I sent my daughter a gift for Freya's birthday yesterday on Venmo. So my oldest grandbaby was 3 yesterday. Freya. Yeah, you guys, my arthritis in my hip has been acting up. And when I get, but thankfully it doesn't like hurt all the time. Like I can walk and everything. But if I'm sitting down and then I get up,